Hey, what's going on, everybody? Mike Peluso here, founder of True Living, CEO of Joinosity. I am super excited to share with you today's lesson. It has transformed my life. It's helped tons of my clients, and it will save you a ton of time when it comes to content creation. I get the question all the time, and I've been reading through a couple of Facebook groups, and it just keeps showing up over and over and over again, particularly amongst coaches and entrepreneurs, authors. And the question is how do I stick out creating social content? And I think, and how do I stick out when I'm creating social media content? What is my content strategy? And I think at first glance, we all know the obvious, which is, make something that's entertaining to watch. But the real question here is, what is the strategy behind that? How do I, all right, so I make something that's entertaining, but how do I then convert people with that content or, get them to engage in my posts? And then also, what is the larger strategy that's there? So I want to be able to answer that for you. I think the first thing that we've got to recognize is that really long content pieces, hour-long trainings and things like that, when someone is just getting to know you, although you spend a lot of time with them, if in order for people to come and show up for that, you have to have some pretty clear messaging. You have to have somebody that's supporting it, that's got that brand authority. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to have brand authority. That brand authority is when somebody Googles you. It's when somebody looks up your social profile. It's got to look put together, right? And you need to have that unified message. So that first step is brand authority. So from there, and I'm going to get into that later on. We've got webinars that train it. In fact, comment below and I'll share this kind of information with you. I'll just send you links and really friendly. But this is the thing that everybody's been waiting for. Ready? So the first thing you've got to look at is the type of content that you want to share. And in order to understand the type of content want to share, you've got to understand that there's people that are just getting to know you that don't know who you are, right? And there's a strategy for that. If I said to you, hey guys, my name is Michael Peluso, and over the last 10 years, I've helped hundreds of entrepreneurs create the business of their dreams, business and lifestyle of their dreams. What I just did there was build authority. I used 2 numbers and a result. Literally said, hey, over the last 10 years, I've helped hundreds of entrepreneurs build authority. That's the result. That's going to help somebody get consistent, grab information right away. It'll literally help them identify with you because there's 2 numbers there and a result. So that's the first little trick. The second trick is then looking at that next stage of content, which is where people need to understand what your core beliefs are in the marketplace and get value. Now, in order for us to deliver core beliefs and value, you've got to understand, what is the marketplace belief now and where do I come into this? So I'm going to share with you a formula, actually a spreadsheet that I've created to make this really simple. So that's the next thing, educating your audience, introducing yourself and educating your audience. And so you want to make sure that you have those fresh posts where you go in there and you share with people your story. And then you want to educate people. And I'm going to show you a formula of education in a minute. And then you need to have call to action posts. And call to action posts are where you literally say, hey, here's what I offer. Here's how you can get involved. So there's really 3 kinds of posts there. There's other types of posts as well. Things like testimonials or case studies are also great as well. And when you're building out a social media strategy, you want to incorporate them. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share with you, how to identify those 10 core beliefs and how to create some signature content that kind of explains your story without being really salesy and delivers some value. I'm just going to screen share there. Okay, guys, so what we're looking at here is what we call authentic communication. This is just a sample one. And when somebody first finds your content, they're finding it based off of your hook. So I like to ask a question there. It's normally the first sentence in a post. It can be a video, it could be a meme, it could be a lot, but that first sentence is what draws somebody in and has them watch. So if you're not getting that initial engagement, then you need to change your hook. So the next thing you want to identify is your old market belief. So if you think about things, there's an old, and you're speaking to your client, they have existing beliefs in the marketplace right now. For example, a lot of people think that they should start with a funnel, a website, and all these other wastes of time. Some people do start with a funnel. Some people do start with a website. That's not what I'm about to share with you. So I want to honor and acknowledge that that's a belief in the marketplace. And by putting it out there right off the bat. Another belief in the marketplace is you should work a 9-to-5 job or else you won't be able to provide for your family. Lots of people believe that. They believe that that's the stable way to do things. Another marketplace belief is you should go to work with a nice stable job even if you're not passionate about it. Someday you'll take a leap of faith and go all into your passion. These are all beliefs that people carry every day, and sometimes and often they're suffering from them. And if you think about those beliefs, there's a cost to those beliefs. So what I normally do is I take a piece of paper and I list, what do I believe, which is my new marketplace belief, and what do other people believe that might not agree with me, that if I can convince them that this is reality versus their old way of belief, I'm going to have in some way impacted their life. So normally I start with just those two, and then I build it into this formula. But at least start off with, hey, listen, what are those beliefs that you want to throw rocks at, and make that list. Next, you want to take that belief and you want to project it out into the future. So what is the inevitable future, so to speak, of carrying that belief? If you continue having that belief, what will you get? What's the cost that you'll see? And you want what they'll see to be tangible. Oftentimes it's time, it's health, it's relationships, or it's financial. Those are really the dimensions of success that people are looking for. And if you say, hey, listen, if you continue to do what you're doing, you're going to pay for it in this, people are now listening to you. So for example, if I said, most people believe that the key to successful content strategy is creating engaging content. And although that's well and good, at the end of the day, you may have a lot of followers, but they won't learn about your products and service. See, what I just did is I said old market belief, and then I said the cost you'll see. And I did it in the form of a story, right? You always want to share your stories, because at the end of the day, someone's ability to remember what you're sharing and their decision to take action on what you're sharing will happen inside the visions inside of their mind. So again, you've got your old marketplace belief. Now you've got the cost that you'll see. If you work a 9-to-5 job or else you won't be able to provide for your family, what's the cost of that? You're constantly working, commuting, eating and watching TV, and can't prioritize your health and family because someone else is in control of the majority of your schedule, right? Your health will degenerate because you're not in control of your schedule. So then from there, we now say, okay, great. We've called out, what you're currently doing with your current beliefs. We've pointed out where you're headed on the path. Now we're going to talk about our new marketplace belief, right? So in the example of you work a 9-to-5 job or else you won't be able to provide for your family. And the cost of that is that someone else is in control of your schedule, which means you can't prioritize and spend as much time doing the things that you want to do, like we kind of outlined in here. We then say, all right, well, our new market belief is you can build a successful business around a passion and spend less time behind the desk and more time doing what you love, right? It's true. That's what we believe. So if we're selling business coaching or we're selling a software, that's a really important belief to have, right? Because we're talking to people that are leaving that 9-to-5 job and building their dream business. And then we want to say, okay, great. Well, now what is the statistical evidence that this is possible? A third of the world is an entrepreneur, any sort of statistical evidence that you feel like points directly towards the point that you're trying to make. And you want these to be numbers. You want them to be real. One of the things that we have here is the top 5 life regrets. There was a woman that worked at worked with people that were terminally ill. And she sat down as a health practitioner. She said, what are your life regrets? What do you regret? What she shared was a lot of the core beliefs that our organization was built on. I wish I followed my dreams and listened less to others. I wish I spent more time with my family, and I wish I cared less what other people thought. So like all those beliefs. So for us, those are some statistical evidence for what we're doing, but you have your own. You have your own core beliefs and the evidence of those core beliefs, and that's why you believe them now about your business. And then you want to share the benefit of it. You have the time to take care of your health, family, and travel when you work for yourself and you're not working a 9 to 5, right? Now you have the time to do that when you're traveling and stuff. When you're working a 9 to 5, I'm not, but what I'm saying is you're effectively throwing rocks at the core belief. If I want to sell entrepreneurial coaching, and teach people that they can build a lifestyle system that frees them from the desk, then this is one thing that I want to share. So a lot of these entrepreneurs are working 9 to 5. Another one here is, for example, let's say you should start with a funnel website and all the other wastes of time, right? You spend all your time stressed out trying to become an expert marketer instead of doing what you love. You become overwhelmed. Then what we believe is that there's a step-by-step framework that teaches you how to fill your business without spending money on ads. And it's not a bunch of DMing people, and it's not a launch strategy or any of the other crap that they're selling out there, right? The statistical evidence is failure evidence from entrepreneurial statistics, right? So statistical evidence of this right now is that there's a massive number of entrepreneurs that are failing, and it's because there's no marketplace need for their business. And there's no marketplace need for their business because what they're doing is they're building the business instead of meeting a marketplace need, right? So, I think there's 94% of entrepreneurs go out of business for that reason. The longer you're in business, the less likely you are to be in business. So those are just some statistics that I'm throwing. They're not 100% in line with what's going on here, but you get the point. And then the benefit is you scale your business with less cost. You hone your messaging, and so if I wanted to imply a product sale at the end, I would say, here's an example, guys. I'll work you through one, right? So this Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard, I am sharing how to automate a coaching business. It's going to change people's lives because coaches get stuck behind the desk. So most coaches think that they should build a funnel. They think that they need to prioritize a website. Those are all well and good. Or they think that an organic strategy of DMing people is what's going to have them succeed. But the problem with that, now I'm in the cost, right? That before this is the old market belief. The problem with that is that they spend a ton of time doing things other than coaching. What we believe is that you should build a couple of key assets for your business, have an authentic communication strategy, and then go out and find JV partners that will give you access to their audience, and you'll be able to benefit their business as well. The evidence of that is we're doing that on this Thursday, but also we've done that with hundreds of entrepreneurs and helped them create that process, helped them formulate the proper lead magnet, and gave them a system so that they were creating and generating and converting their ideal client behind the scenes. And the benefit of that is they're now spending time doing what they want to do, which is writing books, creating courses, coaching, and speaking. So you guys can see how I kind of walk through that formula. Now, if you've got your core 10 beliefs for your business, you're effectively going to be sharing those core beliefs no matter where you are. Whether you're shooting a video, whether you're on a podcast, whether you're on stage, you're just sharing your core beliefs. And at the end, sometimes you'll give a call to action. Sometimes you'll talk about a testimonial that's in line with your core beliefs. And that's kind of a great way for you to save yourself a ton of time, save yourself a headache, and have an impactful experience, right? So I love you guys. This is great. If you got any questions, make sure you comment in the chats below. And this is also a great content strategy as well for just writing a paragraph. I love this. I create the core beliefs. Sometimes I'll shoot a little video on here. In fact, I'm doing this. I'm in this formula right now with everybody. So sometimes I'll shoot a video and then I'll do a little bit of a write-up of these core beliefs. And then below I'll say, watch the video. I talk more about it. So hopefully that was really valuable, you guys. I am, like I said, if you're a coach, consultant, entrepreneur, you want to learn more about, how to operationalize your business and systemize things, we've got an incredible opportunity for you. We have a software that will help you organize this entire process, and we're giving it away damn near for free. So make sure you check that out. If you are a coach and you are interested in learning some of the behind the scenes secrets of automation, make sure that you register for the webinar this Thursday. I will share the link. Just let me know. And hopefully you guys got a metric ton of value, and I'll speak to you soon. Remember, it isn't going to happen unless you take action. So take this, utilize it for your business, create some signature images or videos for each one of these core beliefs, and get out there and spread the word. All right. I'll speak to you later. Have a great day. Bye for now.